I did it. I finally did it. Finally passed and 50K top step account. This is crazy. Literally did it on December 20th, 2024. So that was a Friday. Um, that was literally probably the best time to end because the price action for Monday was like shit. And then Thursday and Friday were just trash. So super, super clutch end of the year, early Christmas present for myself. Super stoked on it. It's not edited. Like I don't know how to do any techie stuff like that. Here's the actual account here. It's an express funded account. Um, this is literally everything there. Uh, this is all of the details, I guess. I don't know. Like so 50K account, a refresh. But yeah, finally passed it. If you have been watching, or at least following along here, there, I know I kind of took a huge break from like August to now. That's just because of school and everything. But yeah, you would have seen like I've been doing back testing videos, just back testing daily, just perfecting my craft. Just keeping everything in order, making sure that I know what I'm doing, making sure that I'm building that confidence and everything. So I finally did it, man. Um, Here I'll go over like a few trades that I took um, getting to the funded stage. Um, so you guys kind of have an idea of what the current approach is looking like. So here's my Discord. This is a personal Discord. It's my trading log. So I just put all of my screenshots in here. Um, During the like back testing series, I was doing trades like this. Um, these were like the types of traits that I was taking, like type one schematics. These are something that I came up with. Type one means like you're running out buy side. And then type two is a failure to run out buy side, for example. But now I just only use price delivery, really just trading price as it flows to either buy side or sell side. Um, so yeah, for example, this was the trade that I took on Friday, December 20th, to pass the account. So how I like to trade right now is only for um, Asia and AM session. Asia is the Asia model that ICT talks about from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Note your initial buy side and sell side. From 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., wait for one side to get taken out and then target the other. That's the Asia model that I use. And then AM session is this right here. Note your midnight open and your 8:30 open and have a draw on liquidity on your higher time frame. And watch price. See how price delivers to those draws on liquidity using your new week opening gaps, your new day opening gaps, buy side liquidity, sell side liquidity, order blocks on your 15, 5, and 1 minute, all PD raised essentially on those time frames, um, and just trading price to your draw. So, for example, right here, this is a trade that I took on Friday to help me pass the account. Well, this one was the one that actually did it. So here, 8:30. I don't think I have noted. It's somewhere over here. Think of it like think of 8:30 as like price stabbing down into it here. So we stab down into 8:30 and we run out some sell side liquidity as we're tapping a new week opening gap. We push higher, fully fill in this SIBI, leave open some fair value gaps here, and we're trading back above the first presentation fair value gap. All of this here is bullish because if we're bearish, we're finding resistance at these areas. So we're breaking through these, and then we come back down into this balanced price range and this inverse fair value gap. We find support at the consequent encroachment and the lower end of the balanced price range or inverse fair value gap to the tick, and then we displace higher. As we displace higher and these last three down candles before this up move, I noted that as my order block that forms right on top of a new week opening gap. Immediately took my trade right there, targeting the buy side liquidity here and the buy side liquidity here at 21,300, simply because this is a shallow run. So I wanted to see a more deeper run into a higher time frame PD array. I'm not sure what PD array this is. If it's like a 15-minute fair value gap or a 5-minute fair value gap. I'm not sure, but I know it's a PD array on a higher time frame. So that was my trade, literally from the order block to the buy side. That was literally it. Here's another one where I actually show the executions. Similar situation. You have your 8:30 open and your midnight open. If I'm bearish on price and we're above 8:30 open and above midnight open, I'm looking to find shorts. If I'm bullish on the higher time frame and we're below 8:30 open and below midnight open, I'm looking for longs. It's literally that simple, using new day, new week, opening gaps, first presentation for value gaps, using those opening prices, and any PD arrays that are forming around those key levels. Literally, can't get any simpler than that. That's pretty much what I've been doing for a couple months now. So here you have your first presentation for value gap prices resisting this area pretty heavily. So as we traded down here, look at what we did. We formed a fair value gap here, right above a new day opening gap. So as price traded down, I could have gotten in short down here, but I figured price will most likely retrace a little bit deeper to get up into this new day opening gap. So that's where I took my trade. So I entered in up around here, targeting my sell side liquidity here and the midnight open. So literally what I did was take the trade here, took a partial underneath sell side here, and then as price was rallying up, I closed out here. That was literally it. Can't get any simpler than that. Here's a prime example of an Asia setup. Um, Note your new day opening gap. Note the initial buy side, initial sell side, and any sell or buy side inside of that range. We come up, we take out buy side, and we shift structure. Literally the identical example of a 2022 mentorship model. Like, it's literally it right here. Run out buy side, shift structure here. You create your breaker and you create your 1 minute fair value gap unicorn model. Boom, take your trade there. And then I'm targeting the midpoint of the new day opening gap. It's literally it. I don't need to see it trade to the sell side. I don't need to see it trade to the sell side. This range right here was more than enough. It was at least 1%. So that's why I took it off. I don't have like overzealous targets anymore either. I'm not looking to, hit a home run. If I could make 1% in Asia, I'm good. That's all I need for Asia. If I can make 1.5% or 2% in New York, I'm good. Like, I don't need to see crazy numbers. Although it's lovely, although it is good to see, like, I'm not trying to, beat the market over its head. I'm trying to come in and take, consistent small cuts right at the market. Small cuts. Just give me my money. Just give me money. Just give me my money. I'm out of here. I don't need to like go crazy. Just small, consistent wins. That's all I need. Again, here's another Asia setup. Failure swing, price failing to take out the sell side here. Respecting the consequent encroachment of this wick is bullish. We ran below this low here, and we see immediate displacement above the highs. Think of ICT and the elephant and the swimming pool analogy. The swimming pool is here. The elephant stepped in here, and look at the displacement. We come back down into the fair value gap and this inverse fair value gap here. And we take off. Again, took off a partial here, and then took my position off above this high. I don't need to see the initial buy side. I don't need to see the new day opening gap. I got in and I got out. I did take an initial loss here because it was the same exact setup, literally same exact setup. We run below, sell side here, you see displacement. I took my entry here and I got stopped out. Waited, allowed price to develop a little bit more, and then the same exact setup forward. And I took it and ended up, doing good. Ended up, I think I broke even here on this trade. I think I lost 1% and then I gained like 1% and like a little bit more, like 40 or $60. So that's pretty much break even. And this will just be the last one that I show. Um, so again, I'm bearish on the day. We have 8:30 open here. We're trading above 8:30. We tap into whatever we tap into, and then price just starts reversing. We come down, we tap into this first presentation fair value gap, and then we see displacement filling in this fair value gap here, turning it inverse, and then leaving open a fair value gap on top of it. So this initial trade here, I was looking for a buy to continue higher, but I get stopped out. As I get stopped out, I jump up to a 5 minute time frame to reevaluate the situation. And I see that there's a 5 minute order block that we're resting at. So using the approach of having a 5 minute PD array, you want to see in this bearish example, I have a 5 minute PD array on the higher time frame. I want to see the lower half of that 5 minute PD array resist price and trade price lower, which we see here. So there's that 5 minute order block, and jumping down to the 1 minute, there's the 1 minute fair value gap. So took my trade again right here, and then price slices through the first presentation fair value gap and slices through a 5 minute fair value gap, turning it inverse. So now I have the first presentation fair value gap and the 5 minute inverse fair value gap playing defense for me. So immediately I put my stop to break even and watch price as it delivered lower to sell side here. So as it dropped, you had a big sell off, and I took my partials, not partial. I took my profit, all of it off right here. So this was a really good day that really um, bumped me up in the account during the eval phase because of just the magnitude of the trade. I think this was like 100 point plus trade right there. So yeah, that was pretty much it. I mean, there's more trades here, but I don't want to sound like a robot here, but it's literally the same thing day in and day out. Like I did used to trade PM session, but like you could see the price action here. Like it's not it's not good compared to this price action or compared to this price action. Like the PM is just like I could see a setup, but there's no point. Like 130 open here, price trades up and then comes back down inside of the new week opening gap, you push higher and then drop significantly. You have your fair value gaps here in this order block. I probably would have took a trade at this order block, put my stops above the new week opening gap, and then look to see if price can trade lower for the sell side here. Like the trades are there. Or if you don't want to take this one, you could take this one. Okay. You were a little hesitant here. Price trades lower, shifting structure here. You could look at this as a mitigation block right on top of your new day opening gap. So you could take your trade here and then look to see price trade lower for the sell side. So the setups are there, but it's just a lot cleaner during the AM session. And Asia, like for example, this is pretty clean. You run sell side. This is your initial sell side. Here's your initial buy side. Run below sell side. 1 minute inverse fair value gap. Take that trade right inside of that fair value gap and off to the races. So that was pretty much everything that got me to this point here, which I'm super, super grateful for. Um, and hopefully I could kick the new year off nicely and go crazy, stay consistent, stay profitable. Um, just understand and know that although this is great, this is good right here, right now, super appreciative, super grateful for it. With the good, comes the bad. And not saying not saying it as like bad, like, you know, terrible, but bad as in like I could blow this account, you know. I could, over leverage and totally clip the account. Now I'm back to square one. So being able to be even keel, being able to be like just, you know, at that 50% with my emotions will be helpful so that I know that, okay, I'm good, but I still need to keep working. Um, the job's not done. We still got to continue to prove ourselves day in and day out to get a payout, to reinvest this money, to overall just grow as a trader, as a person, to be better. So this right here is it. Looking to get more. I need to get more, right? This is just a 50K account, right? What happens if I get a 150K account and this 50K account? That's 200K. Like that's a good amount. That's a good size, with 200K, 1% is 2 grand, right? Like that is a different level, you know? Uh, Even though like with Top Step, there's like different withdrawal things you have to do. You have to, win your uh, first 5 winning days need to be over 200. Um, and then you could withdraw like 50% of the profits. And then after 30 winning days, you can withdraw up to 100% of the profits. So there are still things that, happen um, in that range to get withdrawals, but just got to stay confident, stay disciplined, and just be able to, keep the risk management where it's at, and you know, stay locked in. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to come in and share my win with you guys because you guys have been the few of you guys have been watching. I mean, I only have like what 200 something subscribers, which I'm not really looking at the numbers. This is just like for me to look back on really. So yeah, um, that's pretty much it. Gonna I'm looking to do like a video here and there because I'm still in school. So um, we'll see how things go from there. But I'll keep you guys updated on anything significant, like if I get a withdrawal or if I blow the account or if I buy another account or if I get full allocation with Top Step. I'll let you guys know. So awesome. It was good getting back on here, sharing my win with you guys. So um, to the new year, hope everybody does good and meets all their goals. So other than that, I'm out of here.